How does the Latino vote differ so much from the black vote?
Because we got our own white people.
Oh.
And people don't understand that we have and the assimilation possibility for Latinx, Latin people is higher. People can come from other parts of Latin America, marry white as like they're told to do, assimilate and assume a white identity that black people cannot escape from. So they will continue to vote in that way because to them that's upward mobility. And unfortunately for us, success means being patted on the back. Not all of us, because y'all gonna go crazy on Twitter. I ain't got a Twitter, so it's okay. But they get the pat on the back from white people, and they feel like that's what being American is. Damn. And that colorism is real in our community. It is real.
I don't think black people have a right to tell white people or Hispanics what they can and cannot say. And that means if a black person wants to use the N-word, that means a white person also can use the N-word, because all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter.
My father is a business owner, a taxpayer, and he's not a criminal. We beg for your help.
What is this, yo? And then kids are freaking grabbing teachers and crying on their leg because they don't know if they're about to see their parents when they get home? What the fuck is this? We voted for this shit?
I know this is outside my content, but as a Hispanic, I can't stay silent anymore. And I got a question. For those who voted for Trump, is this what you wanted? Are you getting what you wanted? Are you getting what you voted for? Have some balls, put it in the comments. I want to see you. Is this what you fucking wanted?
To the Latinos that voted for him, you will never, and I repeat, never be white. You will never be accepted as one of them, and you certainly are not exempt from the racism that is this racist-ass regime. When that lady put in her post, alligators' lives matter, and she mentioned a number, that number being 65 million. Do you know how many Latinos are in the United States? Approximately 65 million, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Approximately 60 plus million people. So guess what? They weren't just talking about the illegal immigrants, because data actually says that there are 10 to about 12 illegal, undocumented folks in the United States.
Latinos of all backgrounds, do y'all not realize black people are not the only people in this country? You got your Chinese Americans, your Japanese Americans, your Korean Americans, your Indian Americans, your Muslim Americans, your white Americans, and your own people. So why in Davy Jones' lockup are y'all so pressed and mad at us because we not out protesting?
You know what's crazy to me, bro, is when they had the BLM protest, everybody was popping out. Every celebrity, YG, the Ball brothers, everybody was popping out. All the sports teams putting BLM on their back, you know what I'm saying, wearing BLM shirts, you know what I'm saying, freedom, wearing all these shirts. I'm talking about the NBA right now, actually. Where is that now? Where are the celebrities now? Where are they protesting now? Where are the teams now? Why is nobody speaking up? Even Kendrick Lamar made a song. Lil Baby made a song. But where's everybody now? Where's all the celebrities? Why is nobody popping out now? Now that everybody's protesting in Los Angeles, San Diego, Chicago, because of ICE, where is everybody now? Why is nobody speaking up? Why is it just the minority speaking up now? You feel what I'm saying? Nobody's talking. Nobody's speaking.
You see, Latinos want to be so much American, and they feel good when they get all those compliments from white people. They feel good when they get patted by white people, definitely, because they are supporting everything that they are saying. But what I'm just trying to say is that you really don't know the true colors of these people, because once they show you their true colors, that's when you're going to understand that you are not even close to becoming a white person. There's so many Latinos that are fighting for proximity to whiteness for the longest time. They are trying to be so much white, and they can do anything to become so much white, including fighting a fight that will not help them. Helping white people fight their fight will not make you white. And I don't know why people keep on forgetting, because once this group of people get whatever they want, they'll dump you. Ask black people. Black people know very well, and black people have been betrayed. And black people told you from experience that once these people get what they want, they won't help you. They won't fight for you. They won't go on the streets for you. But all these folks didn't listen to black people. Now, later on, things happened. What really happened? First, Latinos were asking white Americans for support. White Americans kept quiet. They didn't help them. Why? Because they had already gotten whatever they wanted. They wanted Latinos to support them. But what in exchange did they give Latinos? They gave them an assurance that welcome to our community. From today, you are white. You are Latino. You are a white Latino. So thinking about that, this one to Latinos, it's an upward mobility because they're not scaling down. I mean, when they go to the black community, it's downgrading. But when they go to the white community, it's upgrading. And so to them, they are seeking this validation. And the validation that they are seeking validation from white people. It's because they want to become so much white to the extent that they forget themselves. And these people don't know that history repeats itself. They did this with black people. The same script. Black people went on their way and black people protested for them on the streets. But what did black people get in the end? You know the answer. But right now, black people try to warn you. Black people try to tell you about this. Black people try to tell you the agenda that's there. And they even reminded you that you can never be white, but you didn't listen. So what happened after that? It's something that I think Latinos will never forget. But brothers and sisters, we are having a lot of Latinos, not all of them though, but majority of them, who are problematic. They are problematic in this sense. They are pushing narratives that white people used to push against black Americans. And that's the sickest thing that I've ever heard from a person that should be having a solidarity with a black person and not a white person. I'm not saying that white people are not good, but history doesn't lie, brothers and sisters, and we all know we have the receipts in regards to this. So I want us to watch this video, and then I'll be back. I'll be sharing my thoughts in regards to this. And if you're watching me for the first time, you know I'm your host and presenter Ejidok Stories, and thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your support, and let's dive into it. I'm gonna be back.
People are tired of being a bank where everyone keeps making withdrawals and no one ever makes a deposit. And I want you to think about that. If that was your setup, would you still want to give? Especially for those of us in the Hispanic community, because it's about patterns that we've inherited and the harm that we've ignored. Me, myself, I'm Puerto Rican. I've seen how anti-blackness and colorism still show up in our homes, in our language, in our media, in our families. In many families, darker skin is treated like a disadvantage. When solidarity is needed, hesitation shows what's been internalized, and too many of us were raised to believe that aligning with blackness meant losing something: safety, opportunity, acceptance. And we were taught the proximity to whiteness would protect us, that staying quiet was safer. So if we don't unlearn that, we end up repeating the same harm we say we stand against. So disengagement is not okay. What's happening to immigrant communities right now is devastating. I'm not taking away from that, and it does deserve compassion and support. But a good portion of that fear didn't come from distant forces, and it came from within our own communities. I've spoken out because I've watched people I know support systems that were never created for us to begin with. Systems that weren't designed to protect us, only to use us when it's convenient. So while I've raised my voice, I also know too many that have stayed silent, or worse, they chose power.
Why is it that every 3 fucking business days, black Americans have to come on this app and every other fucking platform just to tell y'all the same 3 fucking things? 1, if you not black, don't say nigga. That's not your shit. I don't give a fuck where you grew up, who you grew up around, how poor you were when you grew up. I don't know what the fuck is up with y'all equating poor to black, but that's not accurate. 2, cultural appropriation is not cultural appreciation. If you non-black walking around wearing cornrows saying, oh, I just really appreciate the culture, okay, then bitch, find another way to do it. Because at this point, you're damaging your own hair follicles just to fake appreciation. Everybody be like, oh, it's not that deep, but it is though, because we literally have to have laws passed in order for us not to be discriminated against when wearing our natural hair. Then you roll up with fucking cornrows and everybody think you the coolest guy in the motherfucking office, coolest guy in the motherfucking room. And last but not fucking least, why the fuck is it every time a black American says, oh, well, I'm from America, you're asking, oh, but what part of Africa? Bitch, don't just open y'all mouths to say anything. If you took even a smidgen of a look into Black American history, you would understand that a lot of those records were destroyed. We weren't even counted as people when the fuck we came over here in the first fucking place. And I say came over here, bitch, we was dragged over here. Why the fuck would they keep records of where the fuck we came from? In addition to that, they were literally breeding humans, which means that even through a DNA test, we won't get an accurate answer because people from different regions, from different parts of Africa were forced to breed together. So why are we acting like we don't understand that? On top of that, the only fucking records that we did have were drowned under Lake Lanier, burned down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, fucking turned into the fucking Central Park in fucking Seneca Village. I want y'all to stop acting dense. I want y'all to stop acting like you don't know that this history was purposely destroyed. Our DNA was purposely muddled. Stop asking that dumbass question. I'm from America. Generations before me from America. Hell, we built America. Bitch, I'm done. Everybody pissing me off.
Spanish people have made it so difficult for one like me to get a job.
You know, I have lost many jobs to people that are bilingual, especially people that speak Spanish.
I gotta keep it a bean. The last few weeks, this black fatigue stuff has been weighing heavy on a lot of these races. Now I'm seeing a lot of Latinos, Hispanics want a lot of support now. Where the black people at? Where the black folks to help us out? I don't know what black fatigue was just a buzzword, and y'all needing some help. Y'all looking like,
The biggest thing I want to understand from non-black ethnic communities is why certain portions and people feel like they need to out-black black people when they are not black. We've seen it with Awkward Fina. We've seen it with Mexican OT. We've seen it with so many people. Oh, I grew up in a black neighborhood. I grew up with black people. That's why I sound like this. That's why I should be able to say the N-word. This is my Mexican residency card. I am a resident of Mexico, the country, not Texas, not California, not Arizona. I am a resident, a legal resident of Mexico. My son started school in Mexico when he was 3 years old. We are a multilingual household. We are Black American. I know people from Latin America who have never been to their home country, but that doesn't make me more Mexican than them. My son will never use a slur that refers to Mexican people because he's grew up with Mexican people, because he speaks the language, because he's had a piñata at all of his birthday parties. In my 20s, I went to Puerto Rico for the first time with a bunch of friends, and one of the friends brought her cousin whose father was Puerto Rican. We went to her family's house to eat, and I was speaking to the family, and she didn't speak any Spanish. At no point did I think to tell her, oh, I'm more Boricua than you, girl. Because that shit is weird and lame. And both sides gotta stop.
People who are not black should not say the N-word. Ever. I genuinely don't understand this fascination or this obsession that certain non-black people have with saying the N-word. Like, guys, this isn't our word to claim. And it never will be. The N-word isn't just a word, it has a lot of dark history to it. And just because the black community took it back and made it their own, that does not mean that those implications, those social and historical implications, are not there. And I know so many people who are like, well, my black friend said it was okay for me to use it. Or, oh, it comes out in hip-hop, so therefore everybody should be able to use it. Are you dumb? Even if you don't know the full history behind that word, you have to be willing to learn and to be better by not using it. It's really not that hard to not say the N-word. So if you are making excuses to try and weasel yourself out and say the N-word, you're a piece of shit.
That nigga right there.
Do you go to Kava?
Yeah, you do, nigga.
Okay, ever since I commented under this video, I've been getting nonstop hate, which is absolutely insane because all I did was say, please stop saying the if you're not black, and that no one has the responsibility or the okay to give out a pass if you're not black. I'm sorry. I 100% stand on that. I also made sure to mention that I am pro the protest. I live downtown. I'm actually near it, so I am witnessing a lot go down myself. With that being said, we have bigger issues. I should not be getting attacked for my stance. It's not your place to tell me that I can't be offended when I'm an African American woman. I'm sorry. I'm getting comments that are telling me I'm not African American, which is crazy because what the fuck am I? I'm getting told to shut the fuck up.
The tension between the Black and Latino community needs to stop. And we need to be the generation to stop it. Anti-blackness exists in our community. We know this. Anti-blackness also exists within the Black community itself. All communities of color struggle with this.
With all the tension that's going on in the Latino community for obvious reasons, a Latino man still finds time to try to prevent a black man from doing his job. Check this out.
Yo, this is what I gotta go through as an Amazon delivery driver, man. I just be wanting to deliver packages, bro. I can't even deliver packages in peace, man. This is a black man trying to get some money. He's trying to go to trying to make money. Yeah. Chinga tu madre. Pussy.
Everything that's going on in this country, with the Latino, the Hispanic community being the headliner, this man still have time to harass a black man, trying to prevent a black man from doing his job. This is not down south. This is New York City, one of the most diverse cities in the nation. But yet, you harassing a black man.
Black and Latino division is profitable if they divide two of the most influential communities and create hatred amongst us. Then they profit. Some of our people from both communities are so brainwashed, our own people forget their roots. Forgetting your roots is a good thing because for them, if you forget where you came from, then you forget how powerful you are. When I dive into my presentation, Real Masters of STEM, I explain how the ancient Kemetic civilization has a lot of the STEM and technology that we use today, starting with the IFA and the binary code. Instead of dividing, we need to unite. We need to stop allowing people distract us from the truth, reduce the noise, learn more, and focus.
Latinos of all backgrounds. Do y'all not realize black people are not the only people in this country? You got your Chinese Americans, your Japanese Americans, your Korean Americans, your Indian Americans, your Muslim Americans, your white Americans, and your own people. So why in Davy Jones' lockup are y'all so pressed and mad at us because we not out protesting? Folks, we did the most effective protesting last November. And the data proves it. We protested when it mattered the most. We were not out here with whole productions talking about some we will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all was out here with that foolishness, knowing full well, that y'all had a few abuelas, a few tios, tias, mijo, and mijas in your house undocumented. But y'all got y'all behinds on stage talking about some we will vote for Donald Trump. And you think we supposed to be out here protesting, picket fence in hand, clowning like some monkeys in a zoo? No, sir, bop. We did what we were supposed to do. And y'all put y'all's own community in the position that it's in now. And y'all need to live with it.
Latinos are inherently racist. I can't believe I'm having this conversation again, but I just seen a video of a Cuban girl who is, might I add, white passing as all hell. And yes, I said Cuban, so it's pretty self-explanatory as to why she thinks the way she does, because Cubans are one of the worst. And this is coming from a Latina, so I'm gonna yap and talk my shit, okay? The fact that she thought it was cool to literally broadcast that she says the N-word and she doesn't see the issue with it and that you guys are just crybabies is absolutely insane. Girl, you literally will never understand because the color of your skin lets you into places and spaces that make you feel comfortable. You literally have found proximity to white people, and in that proximity, you became weird. But need I remind people yet again, proximity does not equal whiteness. At the end of every single day, you are still a Latina, even if it doesn't really show. And at the end of every day, they think they should deport you. But you feel like because you came here legally, like, let's not use that word too loosely, that you're one of the privileged ones. When on any given day, a Caucasian person wouldn't be able to tell the difference between you and a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, a Ecuadorian, whatever have you. We are one and the same. But you found this new proximity that makes you feel like you are not. And it's honestly just gross. It's really, really gross. And doing it for clicks and views and just being overall moron in your stance is just weird. But once again, Cuban from Florida. Do I need to say more?
Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great from wherever you're watching us from. As you know, I'm your host and presenter, Hygienic Stories. One thing that people need to understand is that you can never be white, regardless of what you do. And I'm not saying and trying to make white being like an ideal race or anything. No, but in their mindset, in their lenses, when you get to look at how they operate and how they have called black people. And I don't know why Latinos don't learn. I don't know why they don't learn. They don't check history. They don't see the relationship between black people and white people. They don't see how black Americans have tried to go out for them, go on the streets for them. But they're still siding with the other group of people that don't even give a damn about them. And the crazy part is, some of them will go to an extent of making black people look like they're not doing anything great. Right? Like that woman that said that all lives matter, and she's a Latino. And this becomes diabolical because we know that anti-blackness has always been in the Latino community. Like, I'm not trying to generalize or make it look like all the Latinos are doing this. But what I'm trying to say that these are things that happen. And they happen in the black community. So it is time that people from the black community knows how to deal with this. Because trust me, all these problems that we are seeing right now, they could just be easily solved when at least people heard black Americans. Black people warned you all about Mr. Donald Trump, but you didn't listen. So when deportation started, you came online, started crying, started asking for help. But black Americans told you, didn't we warn you about this? True or false? You said true. Now, you went ahead and said some things that really demeaned the name of black people. While these were your brothers and sisters who really were trying to fight for you, who are really trying to protect you from all these chaos, from all these people that took advantage of you. And the crazy part is, you went ahead, and since you wanted that validation so bad, to the extent that when these people are trying to tell you to stop doing what you're doing, you kept on doing. I don't know why Latinos hate themselves. I don't know. You guys say that black people hate themselves. Not really. I think Latinos hate themselves so much, even more than black people. Why? Somebody's trying to warn you, please don't dip your hands on frying oil. But you do the same. You learn the consequences. You want them to take your hands out of the frying pan. But they told you, please don't put your hands over there. Because majority of people that have put their hands there, they have burnt their hands. And it is just your time to understand that you cannot escape from this. There is a lesson that you are paying for, and you are paying for it dearly. Latinos are paying for this dearly. They are paying for this with separation. They are paying for this with deportations. They are paying for this with mass surveillance. They are paying for this with ICE raids. And it's crazy, brothers and sisters. To make matters worse, Mr. Donald Trump allegedly went ahead and employed a lot of ICE agents who are Latinos. And to make matters worse, they used people from your community. Since you put him in the government, he gave people from your community the job to deport you. You who voted for Mr. Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. You voted for Mr. Donald Trump. You voted for Mr. Donald Trump. And you all sang this song everywhere. I will vote for Donald Trump. You went ahead and voted for Mr. Donald Trump. Because this is the song that I used to hear everywhere when you guys were having campaigns, public speeches, where you're talking about all these things. But now you understand how all this scenario goes. And I hope you all understand. You all learn your lesson because you have paid for it dearly. These are price that I know that you weren't ready for it, but at least you paid for it. And I hope that next time you learn from your mistakes and you will not repeat the same mistakes, because if you keep on repeating the same mistakes, I don't think there'll be people to help you. I don't know if there will be people to help you, because shit's getting crazy. I think it's time you learn to listen when somebody warns you about something, or when somebody tells you about something and they tell you that something is wrong. You don't need to do it, but you go ahead and do it because you don't trust black people. Because to you, going to the black community is downgrading, while going to the white community is upgrading. You wanted so much that validation to the extent that you lost yourself. But I think you're paying the price, and you're paying the price dearly. So brothers and sisters, I really don't know what to think about this, but please let me know. Just let me know what you think about this, right? I'm your host and presenter, Generic Stories, and if you're watching me for the first time, as usual, I'm asking you to please subscribe to the channel, join the membership, and really get to work on offer you. But until then, I'm hoping that you are doing great. So brothers and sisters, I'll see you around, right? Stay safe, you all, from where you are. Say hi to your loved ones, and I'm seeing you next on my next video, right? See you. Salute.